what everybody out here saying, and this is what I hear a lot of people on that internet, that social media talk about and people saying. So I had a young man, and college just came in town, and they offered a kid, and then they told this other kid, we're going to offer you, but you're a camp guy. Can you reiterate what they mean about camp guy, and why is my athlete a camp guy and this other athlete may not be a camp guy, even though we both got offers, but and for my offer to be committable, I got to come to camp. Tell me why.
So camp, when everybody, coach, these days, for some reason, when everybody hear the word camp, they think it's a bad thing, right, coach? Everybody say, oh, camp, I'm not going to no camp. We're not going to camp. They like me enough. They ain't got to see me camp. But camp actually is a great thing. You actually want a college coach actually to camp, because guess what? You can show that college coach things that you probably never showed him, or things that he probably looking for that you can do, but he just don't know you can do it because he haven't seen it, right, coach? So the number one thing about going to camp, if a coach tells you to come to camp, it's something that he's looking for you to do that he just haven't seen yet, correct? And so when he brings you to camp, he get to work. He get to spend the whole 3 hours, whatever how long camp is, and get to solely focus on you. And that's the number one thing. If you're an offer guy, you go to camp. He's one thing about that coach. He's gonna focus on you. He's gonna clean up everything he want to clean up on you. So if he want that, so I'm gonna give you a prime example for a defense lineman, coach. I had a coach contact me the other day about it. He said, Coach, I love how the kid runs, everything on film good, but I got a question on him. It looked like he's scared of contact. I said, what made you say that, Coach? He said, Coach, I'm watching his high school film, and in his film, he don't touch nobody. I said, Coach, the kid's very fierce. He said, Coach, but I'm watching the film. He said, so this guy gonna be a camp. So this guy's a camp guy because of what? Coach want to know, how this kid hands explode? Can this kid explode? Had this kid hit the sled? Because he haven't seen it on film. And the reason he haven't seen it on film, because it's not that the kid can't do it. His high school just don't ask him to do that. His high school asks him to do something else. Yeah. And so now, the college coach got to be able to. I want this kid, coach, but I got to be able to see it. So now, when that kid go to camp, he don't really got to show coach that he don't got to do a full interview. He just need to show one thing on. He just need to show coach that he can strike. He can strike the point of contact. He can use his hands, and that's what people think when you go to camp. You got to go through a full interview. It's not even a full interview. It's something we've been to camps, coach, that they just want to see one thing. Can the kid run a 4.40? I think he get through running, he's done for today, correct? But everybody think just because you go to camp, that means we need a whole full interview. We got to take you through the whole interview process all over again. No, we might just need to take you through one part of the interview process that we all got a question on, and that's what you look. But everybody hear the word camp and they get scared. They think camp is a bad thing, but camp actually a great thing, because at the same time, it's something that coach never seen on you. It's something, no matter who you are, it's something he never seen on you that he get to see on you personally. You get to work with that coach one-on-one. And also, guess what, parent? The kid get to figure out, do you like to work with that coach? Can I see myself really playing for that coach? Because now he interviewing you interviewing him right back. And if you that guy, like we always say, that work gonna show. If you that guy, you're gonna pass those tests that you're looking for. And like I said, that's the only thing, coach. So when everybody use the word count and all that, it's not a bad thing. It's just something that coach is looking for that you just haven't showed them. Like, I'm probably give you another example, coach. We had a DB a couple years ago, coach. And there's only one thing that the DB coach want to know, one thing, coach. Can he backpedal? And when the kid went to backpedal, the kid went falling on his feet. So the kid could never pedal. So you expect this college coach to take a kid that don't know how to do the basic fundamentals of his position.
Right.
But I remember what they always say, coach, film is you can be catfished on film at the same time. So the only thing college coaches do when they say come to camp is I just want to make sure I'm getting the right guy. I want to make sure this is the right guy that we see on film. We want to make sure, even he might not be the right guy on film, but it's something about this kid. We want to see him in camp. He can become our right guy. And that's what a lot of people understand. You become those coaches' right guy when you go on campus, because you might not be their right guy. Because film only shows so much. Like I just mentioned about that young man, what his high school had him doing, don't mean the kid can't do it. But guess what? When that man go to camp this summer, coach, I guarantee you that kid gonna pick up off, because on one thing the coach looking for, can he use his hands? Do he want to punch? And that's all you want to know. And people think camp is such a bad. So for some reason, coach, I don't know what happened. Everybody put in people's mind that camp is bad. Just because I asked you to come count with me don't mean. No, I just want to know more about you. I got to figure out if I'm gonna take you, especially right now with this portal right now, coach. If I'm gonna take you, you gotta have I gotta be able to answer every box for you.
Well, let me say this, Coach D. Wise, man, and you know me, and I'm always going across the grain. So I want to correct some stuff, or I want you to explain this a little more while we're here, because this is could be another topic, okay? You said people think camps is bad things, but let me tell you why I think a lot of people think camp is bad and why a lot of people look at camps wrong. Because there's a lot of different things with camps, okay? First of all, you do have camps that just invite guys just to be inviting guys. Don't even know who the kid is, don't even want to know who the kid is, this and that. That's not the camp guy you speaking of, okay? Then you got coaches that personally call the kid or talk to the kid or just send a message to the kid, hey, I want you at this particular camp. Because, you know, both of us, we've been to millions of camps, and some camps is just a laughable camp with 1,000 kids. And then we done been to camps, Coach D-Wise, where there's a camp going on out there, and the guys that came with us that we knew the coaches told us to bring, they on a whole nother field working out, okay? So I think what the problem is, people don't understand when you say a camp guy. Camp guy is not necessarily just somebody send you an email and say, hey, Coach D-Y, we got a camp these dates to come to one of the camp. That's not what we're referring to as a camp guy. The camp guy we're referring to is where the coaches actually done looked at film on this kid, know who this kid is, and pretty much gave him a personal invite. Because, like, you know, we done been part of a bunch of camps where they said, no, y'all don't come Monday at 3 o'clock. We want the guys with you guys here Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock, because this is a camp that's number invited only. And it don't be 500 kids. It might not be, but 100 kids, 150 kids that being evaluated. So I think that that's where the two people get it mixed up. And so when people don't understand, it's a lot of different camp invites. So when you get that little mailer in the mail or that mail on the email, that's not the camp we're talking about. That's not the camp invite. And then, just like we said again, I keep hearing these, and man, this is great conversation. I keep hearing these kids talking about, and even coaches putting bad blood out there, and they don't even know what they talking about. I'm talking about high school coaches. But the kid go out there and say, yeah, I got offered today. But they want me to come to camp. And then the kids and the coach are, they want you to come to camp. It ain't no need if you go to camp, they don't really want you. And that kid don't go, and he think camp is bad because he feel like I got the offer, I should be able to come. But what it is, the coach wants you to come, he done offered you, and he think you got what they want, but he got to show the rest of the coaching staff he could. Sort of just like you just said, you know, and we've been in this thing a long time, Coach D-Y, long time. You know, and just like you said, you know, I remember last year, we had a young man that school said, we're going to offer him, but he got to come to camp. Right. And we took the kid to camp, and after the kid ran the 40, they came to us and said, Coach, that kid can go home now. We don't need to see nothing else. He can just ride the golf cart and chill. He got an offer and could commit right now because they saw that one thing on him. They wanted to know, as you said, can he run? Because he never showed that he really can run, and then he started blowing up. So I'm agreeing with you, but I think what we have to do when we're talking is explain to people the camp invite you're speaking of, it comes differently than a mailer or just these are the dates on our camp, come to one of them. We're talking about kids that been evaluated, they done seen the film, but as you say, it's something missing on that film, or the scheme that they playing in high school is not the scheme the coaches play, but the coaches say, but we still like this kid, let us just see, can he do what we want him to do? Now, when the kid don't go out here and do that, that's when, you know, we done seen this too. Kid had an offer, he goes to a camp, don't do what they want him to see him do, and they don't call him no more. So, you know, I think this great information and great topic.